So in this lesson today we're going to see some children developing their early understanding of estimation. Most of the children will be working within the 40 to 60 age band of Development Matters, and the children are going to be outside in a forest school environment where they'll be collecting different objects. They will then make an estimation of how many they've got, and then they will have a go at checking their estimations by actually counting the objects that well done. Right, today children we're going to be learning about estimating. Does anybody know what they think estimating is? Arnie?
You can't count.
Good girl. So when you do an estimate, you can't count them. What do you need to do then? Elizabeth?
Have a good guess.
Have a good guess. Well done. So what is a good guess? I'm hoping the children will understand and get an early understanding of what the word estimation means. And that means not getting something right, but getting an answer that's close. From that, I also hope that the children will then learn to make sensible estimates. So at first, children might make silly estimates like 100 or 1,000,000 because they like those numbers. But what we're hoping to do is that their estimations will get closer the more experience that they have. Charlie? 60. That would be a very silly guess for that, wouldn't it? Who could tell me what might be a good guess? Some children are much more comfortable in the outdoors. So by taking the learning outside, they feel comfortable, and then if a child's comfortable, then they're going to learn. What we're going to do now is we're going to go out in this little bit of the forest school, and we are going to collect sticks. So you're going to collect some sticks, and you're going to put them on your log. So look where your log is, all right? And you're going to go and collect them, but we don't want really big sticks. We just want smaller sticks like this. And you're going to put them in a pile. And then I'm going to ask you to estimate how many you've got. So by being outside, the children will be in more of a natural environment. It's a forest school environment, and they're going to be mostly collecting natural objects. So it's something they'd probably be doing at home anyway, when they go out to the woods. So what we're actually doing is just replicating an experience they have at home, but actually adding some maths to it. Cover your eyes, and then you're going to open your eyes and have a quick look at your log and do an estimate, and then cover your eyes again. So I'm going to start with Florence. How many do you think you've got?
6.
You think you've got 6. What do you think you've got, Elizabeth? So some of the children might take their learning further by adding 2 of their estimations together. And then the teacher could then go on to posing bigger questions, such as how many leaves do you think there are growing on this tree, or how many flowers do you think there are growing in this part of the forest? Right, okay. Charlie, how many did you have?
9.
You had 9 sticks, and what did you estimate?
20.
20. Was your estimate close? No. What do you think you could do next time?
Look at them closer.
Look at them more closely. I think so. You could do that. Arnie, what have you got?
8.
And what did you say you might have?
7.
You said 7, so you've got quite close, haven't you? It's a good estimate. Right, children, well done. We've had really lots of fun here in the forest school, haven't we, estimating, and you've got really good at estimating how many things you collect. Thank you very much. Okay, one of the activities that the children could do is an estimation jar. Every day a different number of objects is put in the jar, and the children are invited to make an estimate of how many are in that jar. At the end of the day, we get together as a class and we count the objects and look at the children's estimations. And what I've found from experience in the past is as the children do this over the weeks, their estimations get closer and more sensible.
So estimation is a key part of understanding the relative value of numbers. So it's a really good one to look at when we're thinking about developing number sense for children. So when children are asked to estimate how many things there are a few things at play there. The first is understanding the feel of a number. So do we think this is about 10 things or more than 10 things? But for a child to do that, they have to have an understanding of what 10 is. So we need to have a fairly secure idea of number value in order then to judge how close this object might be in relation to that. Children also play with their awareness of the relative value of numbers. In Julie's clip, you'll see a child suggesting that there could be about 60 things when really there's a very small number. You see this a lot when children are estimating. You say, how many do you think there are? And you get 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion billion, because children have a real fascination for large numbers. And actually, whilst they may not be an accurate estimate, it gives you the opportunity then to explore with children the numerosity of numbers and actually what that might look like in a certain context. And all of those things helps develop children's awareness of the value of number. Once children have estimated, they then have the opportunity to compare their estimate with the actual number of objects there in the set. And that then further reinforces the chance to them to practice their counting skills and actually get that whole accuracy in counting. So if practitioners wanted to provide opportunities for children to practice estimating in their own classrooms, you might want to use something like Julie's estimation jar. It's a really good opportunity for children to see what's there and then to make their own guesses about how many there might be. And if you use the same jar over a number of days but vary the objects within it, you can start to think about how numbers change in a shape that they're familiar with. So if there were smaller things, there would be more. If there are larger things, there would be less. And children can then start to become more accurate with their estimating once they have an idea of what that jar might hold. Of course, there are lots of opportunities for estimating in your everyday routines as well. So how many children do you think are here today? How many steps will it take to get to the hall? What do you think there might be here? Will there be more or less than yesterday? How many people might choose fruit, a particular kind of fruit for their snack? All of those everyday opportunities are really useful for embedding that idea of talking about the value of number and estimating how many there might be.